Alright guys, I'm starting this over again. RMC11 Killer Wah Brand New Lovepedal Custom Shop Amp 50. Clawing to push the blues power. Love the blues power, y'all. Since my last video, I realized I prefer the detail of this over the clean drive. I feel it kind of beats out the clean drive after playing it at volume. Comparing them side by side for hours on end. Well, for a couple hours, hour and a half, 2 hours. I compared them, and what I realized, I love the roll off of the clean drive as well. It feels so great under the fingers of the Honeybee amps. That being said, I had flipped these switches around to try to find what I liked on this Kingtone blues power, and I regret, well, not regretfully, I regret that I didn't spend more time tweaking this, but it took a lot of time because there's 4 dip switches plus 3 toggles. A lot of EQ options in this thing. Took me a while to get it right. It was easier to dial in the V1 blues power, yet I prefer this. This build is built like no other, and I found that I can get the lead essentially of this comparatively to the clean drive Honeybee amps side of the double treble. This side, and somebody asked for my settings. Well, there they are. I had the drive almost all the way up right here. Tone there, because as you brighten this gain up, you bring the gain up, this gets a lot brighter, so you got to back the tone down. Volume there on the clean drive side. That's what I was comparing to the blues power, and I thought I preferred it in my first video. I have to take that back and say I didn't spend enough time with the blues power, only about 20 minutes, 15 minutes flipping the switches. I found what works, and I'm going to share it with you now. So the scooped switch is on. I'm sorry, the scooped switch is off. The punch is off. The Kingtone switch is on. The cranked is off. So you got scooped, punch, Kingtone, and cranked. Scooped is off. I have the scooped off, the punch off, and I have the Kingtone switch on. The only thing I have on is a Kingtone switch on the 4 dip switches. I got this set to glass. Up front, the edge is a little bit more high-endy, and the stock is a little bit too warm, so I prefer it on glass. So the only thing that I have on is a Kingtone switch. Everything else set to off. I decided that I'm going to run this as my main overdrive. Plus, it's noiseless. It's a clickless switch, so it doesn't click. And I got my lead sound with the gain maxed really close to the Honeybee amps clean drive. That they're really close in feel. That being said, this blues power is way more present in the mix, or even just comparing them side by side. The blues power has a lot more detail. It's just like it comes up front more with the mids, and it, better EQ mid focused in the blues power compared to the clean drive. I've owned about 6, 7, 8, at least 8, honestly, double trebles and clean drives total. Probably 4 or 5 clean drives, and I get rid of them and snag another one. The same with the double trebles. I've had about 4 or 5 of them. But this blues power, y'all, is the truth, and it has a lot more detail, and the roll-off on the clean drive is amazing. That being said, comparatively, with the blues power, this thing's roll-off maintains more volume when you roll it off. You have more volume, so you're able to get that. You're not losing volume. You need volume, so when you roll your guitar off, the clean drive sounds fantastic too, rolled off, real magical. Well, this with the mids where they're focused are way more up front, and you can back your volume down. You still maintain a good bit of volume and a more detail than the clean drive. So this sits, the clean drive's more scooped. This isn't necessarily mid forward. It's still a scooped pedal for a Strat, but it sits way more up front. I don't know how to explain it, but essentially this thing rocks, and I like it more than the clean drive, contrary to my video that I just released on this. So I know I'm using one omnidirectional mic through my phone to record this, a Shure MV88, and so you got to turn it up to hear my voice, but it's going to get loud now. So that's it. Here's the clean tone with the reverb. Then I'll just start playing through with these pedals. On the Memory Man bell epoch set to number 5, the Memory Man with chorus. Just right before it starts, just as it starts detuning it a little bit is where I got the depth set. I want you to be able to kind of hear that. That's why I'm going to be stopping and going. Okay. Bell epoch is very sensitive on the record and level knob. Surely see it. It is. So let me back this volume down here. Oops. Here's the cool thing about the roll-off with this Amp 50. The roll-off is really good. Maybe that'll warm it up some more. It did. It did. That helps it. 750 sounds like. Now back to clean. I'm going to turn this back up. As you can hear, it's just giving it a little bit more. I'm going to turn this delay down because I'm sure y'all want to hear it without delay. All right. Obviously pushes it right up there in the mids. A fan of the Klon, okay, but what I'm using this for is to push this blues power for, you know, more gain from leads. But let's get on to the blues power. You hear that, man? I'm telling you, this thing is fire, dude. Fire. A little bit more bass. Sounds good. See, it's just real present and upfront comparatively to the Honeybee Amp's clean drive side. That's the one that I like. I can't stand the SRV land. My buddy Wes Jeans gets great sounds from that side. I'm pretty sure I know Atomic Katana does. I can't dig it. It sounds like garbage with my rig. But this clean drive is fire. But the presence and the mid focus that has a little bit more mid out front feel of this Blues Power V2 is absolutely stunning. pushing it with the claw. He's a little bit more treble. Really fattens it up. A lot, actually. Good old Jeff Healey. Don't know the riff, but I need to learn it because that's one of the, in my opinion, the baddest ass wah pedal song there is with the Strat. Or all together. Voodoo Child's great, but See the Light is the best. Bump the camera, but anyway, what I love about Jeff Healey is he got those, which this helps for sure, having a boost into it, but having those squeals when you just get that, bend it up on the high E and get those notes squealing. That's what I love about Jeff Healey. They can do it better than anybody else. Stevie was great at it for sure. The best in my opinion. Hands down, Mr. Healey. That right there on the hanging note, you know? So, a little bit more with this King of Blues. The roll-off, y'all, is special right here. Get this. Close enough for rock and roll. Backed off to about 6. Actually, I'm going to take it back to 4 on my volume. Hope you all enjoy this. Let me know what you want to hear. I got a demo comparing these again. Gentlemen wanted to hear the blues power compared to the double treble right here. Wait, it's so weird. Well, over here you can't see it, but I'll do the blues power and the clean drive. Again.